Hello everyone. Today we are going to be taking a look through my Gousto recipe book. And as many of you know, I have been a subscriber, a customer of Gousto for a little while now. And I've posted a couple of cooking videos up on my channel. I decided to do this organization video because my recipe book is getting really full, and I wanted to organize them a little bit better into my favorite recipes, into this bronze cookbook, and then my not so favorite recipes into this red one, which is the first binder that I got, and then every so often they send you a new one. This is my second one. So we're going to be going through the recipes together, and I will be putting some aside to put into the red folder. So let's pry open the binder. Now, the first recipe that we come to is this 10-minute Thai green haddock and courgette curry. Now this one I made about 2 days ago, and I make it all the time. It's a really simple, really easy dish to make because it only takes 10 minutes, and it's really versatile too. So this one has haddock bites as its main kind of ingredient, but you can use tofu, vegetables, mushrooms, literally anything you want. It's so versatile. And you'll be seeing there's a lot of fish recipes in this binder because I'm a pescatarian, so I eat a lot of fish. So I really like this one. It's one of my favorites, and I'm going to keep this one in the in this binder, so we'll put it to one side. Next is the Chinese tofu, red pepper chow mein, and I've cooked this one on my channel for you. And again, it's my favourite, one of my favourites. Again, you can substitute the tofu, the main ingredient, into anything that you want. I think mushrooms would be really nice, or like chicken if you eat chicken. And this one I've made so many times, and even though Mr. WhisperAudios isn't too keen on tofu or all the vegetables, I kind of force him to eat it because I like it so much. And I disguise the vegetables by cutting them up really small. Anybody out there who has fussy eaters in their family, I can sympathise. This is a recipe I make every single week. It's a 10-minute goat's cheese and mushroom salad. And I've tweaked it a little bit because for some reason I can't get focaccia bread in my local supermarket, and I can't be bothered to make my own. So I just use croutons, just standard, normal, cheap croutons instead of the bread. And I've started to grow a basil plant in my kitchen because I I use the basil every single week, so it saves me buying basil. And again, it's just so refreshing and quite filling. And we actually add either mackerel, like fish, to this dish, or we actually buy the, it's called oomph, and I get it at my local Tesco supermarket. It's like a kebab meat, but it's vegan, and it's so good. It tastes, well, it doesn't taste like kebab meat, but it tastes really yummy. Just like thick chunks of meat, but obviously suitable for vegans too, which is good. And that's one of my favourites. So this one I've made again a few more times. Again, it's a 10-minute meal, so super easy to make. This one has king prawns as its main ingredients, and courgettes. And Mr. WhisperAudios actually eats the courgettes when they're in this dish. He doesn't really like them by themselves. He says they taste like a slug. Not that he's ever eaten a slug, but he's just very dramatic and fussy. And this one is just so easy, and all these ingredients they're kind of covered ingredients, like the solid coconut cream, ginger and all of that kind of stuff. And I found that using solid coconut cream is actually really convenient to making like curry stocks and creams and sauces. So I've learned a lot by having Gousto. This one was really nice, so I'm going to keep it to one side. This one I've made many times because it's my mother-in-law's favourite. She absolutely loves it. And this one is a smoked mackerel fish cakes and apple remoulade. Now, I don't make the apple remoulade, or remoulade, however you say it, because I find it's quite an acquired taste. All I do is I just make the fish cakes and the potatoes, and sometimes I'll roast the potatoes, but they taste a lot better boiled with the chives and dill and stuff. And this one is smoked mackerel and leeks squished together into a patty which you fry. And this one is a little bit fiddly to make. It takes a little bit longer than 35 minutes, I would say. But I really like it, and it's really yummy too. This one, smoked mackerel and lemon risotto with pea shoots. I've made this so many times as well. It's so good. I can't actually find the pea shoots in my local supermarket, so I just use kale or spinach, and that works really nicely. Again, you can substitute the mackerel for whatever you like. This is kind of like a light sort of dish, so probably like corn, chicken, again mushrooms I think would work nice in this, or you could just have it plain, I suppose. It depends. I think you would probably need something in it to make it taste not so much like a bowl of rice. But this is really refreshing and creamy at the same time, and it was one of the first times I cooked risotto. I'd never cooked it before, but I really love it. I really love risotto, and it's a really good dish to get you out of a pickle if you haven't got dinner or haven't got a clue what to do for dinner. It's so easy just to cook up a batch of risotto and then throw in whatever you've got at home. So this is going on my favourites. So this recipe I actually made last night. I just love halloumi, like, so much. I actually discovered a bunch of things with this recipe. You actually boil the halloumi slices for about 8 minutes, and they go like really soft and really like yummy, and then you pan fry them very briefly, and it makes them really soft and chewy and really just delicious. And I also discovered harissa too, and I'd never had it before, but I really love it. And you blend it with mayonnaise to get this lovely kind of spicy sauce, which is really nice, and I put it in the burgers themselves. I don't have the wedges because I find the sandwich is quite enough by itself, and I also don't do the carrot slaw because Mr. WhisperAudios doesn't like it. And he also, I think he's allergic to coriander. Well, this is what he tells me. I think he just doesn't like it. So this one is a Goan prawn bal chow carrot curry with basmati rice. I haven't made this one again, simply because I guess I haven't. This is a prawn dish, spinach. I remember it was nice, but probably not my favourite, seeing as I haven't attempted to make it again. But I think I'll put that on my not so favourite list to put into the red binder. So this one you guys have seen me cook on my channel. It's the crispy fish with vegetable miso broth. And this one definitely is one of my favourites. It's super wholesome, super yummy, super tasty, and the fish just really complements it. You can of course use like tofu or something else if you're vegan, or you can use chicken if you're a meat eater. But this one's definitely staying in this folder. Next recipe is the simple smoked mackerel Puttanesca, and this one is so delicious. So I have a bit of a confession to make. I make this for friends and family when they come round, but I actually make more than what the recipe says. Like, say for instance, I'm making it for 4 people. Because I love it so much, I will save some for myself, like as lunch or as like an additional dinner. And I find myself thinking about it. If there's leftovers in the fridge, and it doesn't matter if it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, 11 o'clock at night, I'll go to the fridge and I will eat like a few forkfuls full of this because I am so obsessed with it. It's so tasty. And I can't remember if I've posted this recipe on my channel, like the cooking recipe of it. If I haven't, then it's sitting on my computer somewhere because I'm sure I recorded it when I got it. And it's, again, so delicious. And you can, you don't have to use the mackerel if you don't want to. It's just delicious without it. And in this recipe I discovered my love for capers. I could literally put capers on everything. They're so delicious. This one was a fairly new recipe, and it's the Genovese, I don't know how to pronounce that, pesto gnocchi with green beans. This was absolutely delicious, and again with Gousto I discovered what gnocchi was. I know that sounds really sad, but I'd never had it before. I've always wanted to try it. But this recipe, you make your own pesto. Again, I've never made my own pesto before, I just used to get it out of a jar. But this one shows you how to make it, and it's so easy. And I've made this twice now. The green beans are actually really nice and they really complement the dish. I have to cut them up pretty small for Mr. WhisperAudios. I'm really painting the magical picture of him, aren't I? But he's getting better. He is getting better. So this is really nice. I definitely eat this again. So that will go into my keep. This one was so good. All the bad ones I love. All the bad ones for you, like, calorie wise. This is a creamy mushroom stroganoff with obviously like mushrooms. And this was so creamy, so flavoursome. The smoked paprika really gave it a really nice smoky kick, and it was just so delicious. I've made it once more, and instead of creme fraiche I used Philadelphia cream cheese, which gave it that nice cheesy kind of flavour to it. And plus I didn't want to kind of buy a whole pot of creme fraiche when I'd only use like 100 grams of it, so I always keep a tub of cream cheese in the fridge anyway, so I use that instead. I love thyme. I've kind of got a new kind of love for that herb now, so it adds something really special to the dish. This one is really interesting because I liked all of it, the halloumi and the couscous. So this is the 10-minute spicy halloumi stew with couscous, but I didn't like them together. I found, the couscous kind of absorbed most of the sauce and then it became quite dry. So apart, they would make a really great recipe separately. And I discovered my love for couscous using this recipe. I actually make a nice Greek salad with couscous and I eat that for my lunch. I don't have the sultanas in it because I feel like it kind of makes it a little bit too sweet. But I do like a Greek salad, couscous with tomatoes, cucumber, feta, onions, olives, and that's really nice. The stew was again really nice. Again, it's the halloumi, so I'm absolutely obsessed with it. And it was really nice. It could have been a little bit more saucy, I would say. And I think it would just be nice by itself with maybe a salad or something, like a side salad. But yeah, I really like this, so I'm going to actually put it onto the my second cookbook, because I don't think I would make it again, even though I really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it enough, if you know what I mean. This one, creamy haddock linguine with tomatoes and chili. Absolutely loved this. I made it for my father-in-law one day when he came round, but I added too much chilies. I didn't have any dried chilies, and I used already chopped chilies, like fresh chilies, and I put way too much in it, and it literally just blew our heads off, which didn't make it quite so tasty, but when I originally did it, it was really nice, really super tasty. Again, you can get rid of the haddock bites, just use tofu, mushrooms, chicken or anything that you want. It's so adaptable. Really, really nice. And so I'm going to keep that. is simple king prawn, garlic and chili linguine. Again, I really love this one. I just love all the pasta ones. This was just delicious and so easy to make. I think I used a little bit more lemon because I felt like it was a little bit bland. And go easy on the chili as well. I think I also overdid it with this one. But this is just really refreshing and a really nice like summer dish. Again, you can get rid of the prawns and use whatever you like. That's the nice thing about these Gousto dishes. The main ingredient you can swap in and out for whatever you want, and it works just fine. This is the creamy 2-mushroom risotto, and I've made this so many times. This is so yummy, so creamy, and it's just so nice. It uses 2 types of mushrooms, so the big portobello mushrooms and then the small white cup mushrooms. I think if you were feeling fancy or feeling crazy, you could use chestnut mushrooms. They would be quite nice. Or like shiitake mushrooms. Or really whatever mushrooms you want. Except the magic kind. So I'm going to keep this in my folder. Now this one is the southern fried halloumi wedges and coleslaw. Now I personally absolutely loved this. It's like deep fried halloumi, and really what else better in the world is for deep fried halloumi. And it came with like chili jam, which just super complemented it. I haven't actually cooked this again, but I think I might soon because we always eat halloumi all the time. I think Mr. WhisperAudios liked it. I'm not really sure, but I have a feeling that he said it was alright. He didn't like the coleslaw, of course, because it has too many vegetables in it, but I don't know. I don't remember it being a big hit, so I'm going to put it in the red bar. This one was really nice, I remember. This is the 10-minute smoked fish, potatoes and lemon caper sauce. You know how much I love capers. This was right up my street. So the potatoes already came pre-cut like this, but I imagine, it's easy to dice potatoes. I haven't tried this again, but I think I might soon because it was really nice and really easy to make. So you got your nice portion of spinach there, and I love spinach so much. It only has 6 ingredients. So I'm going to put this on the red heap, simply because, I haven't made it again, and, it wasn't, no one raved about it. This I've made countless times. I've lost count now. This is the sea bass with crispy potatoes and caper mayo. This caper mayo I could eat every day. It's so delicious, and with the roasted potatoes, it's just, my mouth is watering now thinking about it. And the sea bass just is super crispy on the outside and really light and refreshing. And the green beans are also really nice, and I actually put a tiny bit of mustard with my green beans to make them a little bit more with a kick, and I find that's really nice as well. So I'm going to be keeping this one here. This one is the crispy chili haddock with pak choy noodles. This one is so nice, so delicious. I've made this one again before, but I made this one after. I don't use the black sesame seeds because I couldn't find them. I just use regular sesame seeds. This one's just super yummy, lots of flavour, lots of vegetables and things like that. And I've found a new love for sriracha. I can't pronounce that. Sriracha. The hot Asian sauce. I'm going to be keeping this one. This one is the pan-fried fish and zingy Asian ribbon salad. I remember this one really wasn't a winner because too many vegetables from Mr. WhisperAudios. The fish was really kind of plain and dry, and so was the rice. So I'm going to put this one on the red pile. And this one is the 10-minute harissa haddock stew with yogurt. Now, I remember this one wasn't too much of a winner, simply because, I don't know, I think it was the chickpeas. I don't really, apart from in hummus, I don't really go a lot on chickpeas and stuff. I think we actually substituted the chickpeas with some cannellini beans. And that was okay. I found it was a little bit too rich, a little bit too heavy. So yeah, I'm going to put this on the red pile. So the next one is the roasted portobello's garlic bean mash and chimichurri. And I remember the mash was really nice. I'm a bit of a mash fiend. I could eat mash every single day. I love it. The mushrooms were nice, and so was like the salad and stuff, but I don't remember it being a winner with us. It was okay, but nothing too special. I like the sauce a lot, but it's got coriander in it, so Mr. WhisperAudios had a bit of a freak out. So this next one is a Peruvian style haddock and sweet potato stew. And this one I remembered wasn't a winner. I think I liked the flavours and stuff, but I don't think I enjoyed the texture of the quinoa in it, and the sweet potato was a little bit overpowering. But yeah, it was okay, just not my favourite. Next we have the Baja style fish tacos with coriander mayo. Now I really enjoyed these. These were really nice. I don't think Mr. WhisperAudios like them too much, but I found that the fish was really, really nice, and it crisped up really, really nice. And it's just really light and refreshing and not too heavy. And the coriander mayo was really lovely, and it complemented it really, really nicely. But I haven't actually done these again because obviously Mr. WhisperAudios didn't really like them. But they would be really good for like party with friends or meal with friends, and you can just like help yourself. But I'm gonna put these on the red pile. Next we have the seeded goat's cheese and sweet potato salad. And this one was really interesting actually, because the goat's cheese was rolled in pine nut and seed mix and chopped dates. And it's something that I've never had before, and it was really interesting to mix like that kind of cheesy texture and taste with like seeds and nuts and dates. But it was actually really nice and really simple to do as well, and it really complemented the sweet potato. Red onions that you roasted were actually really nice too. I kind of forgot this was in here, so I'm going to actually put it into my favourites. And I'm going to do that again. This one is the spicy sea bream and greens, and I've made this one before. I've made this one since, and the potatoes are like Bombay potatoes, I would say. They're actually really, really lovely, and obviously sea bream is a little bit like sea bass, and I really like that too. The green beans were really nice as well, and yeah, it's just a really nice dinner. So I'm gonna keep that one. This one is the Caribbean style smoky fish with sweet potato mash. I remembered this was actually quite nice. I think we both really liked it, but for some reason I haven't made it again. It has like a nice crispy crumb on the top there. The sweet potato mash was really good as well. I love mash, as you know. But I haven't given it another chance, and maybe I'll just put it in the red folder for now. This one is the Tuscan Minestrone with lemon and basil. I remembered I really like this one, but it's got some kale in it. I can't remember what it was, cabbage or something? Cavolo Nero, which I think is like a cabbage, I think. Oh no, Tuscan kale. And it's really like an earthy kind of pasta dish, really kind of saucy. I remembered Mr. WhisperAudios didn't really go a lot on it, but I can eat pretty much anything. But I haven't made it since, so I'm going to put it in the red pile. This one is called Feel Good Fish and Chips, and it's exactly as it is. It's just homemade fish and chips. I actually really like this. The crumb on the fish was really good. With English fish and chips, you get fish like drowned in batter, and it's really super unhealthy and really fatty. This is like a healthier version of it. The chips were really nice. Really super easy to make yourself, and obviously the vegetables were really nice too, but I haven't made it again since, so I'm going to be putting it in the red pile. This one is the crispy tofu satay sauce and sesame rice. Now, I love satay sauce. It's one of my vices. Whenever we have a Chinese takeaway, I always order the satay prawns with the satay sauce, and I always have an extra satay sauce. And this one, I remembered it was okay. I think the tofu was a little bit plain, and I think the whole dish was really quite plain, but I think that kind of is because of the satay sauce that is here. But yeah, I've got my own recipe for satay sauce, so I don't think this one would make the cut. I don't think I would make it again. This one is called Simple Smoked Fish Florentine Bake, and I've made this many times. It's actually just a really quick and easy like one pot dish, and it's just really nice and creamy but peppery and smoky at the same time because of the mustard, and it just is really it's really nice, and it's probably a really good dish for like winter time, like autumn winter time. So this is gonna go into my favourites. So I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. I'm going to be continuing on with this in another video, because there's as you can see, so many more recipes to get through. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in part 2. Bye bye.